Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Jungle Heaven again. As many people know, that I've just returned from China to my first ever plant show in China, and basically it was great apart from the cold. It was freezing bloody cold. Today's episode is kind of like a simplistic one because what I needed to do is, sorry, there's a boat going past now, let's just wait for you. Beautiful day for it on the river. It was down to about, I think, 8 degrees at night, which is the coldest I've been in over a year, because I'm used to temperatures in the 30s here daytime and late 20s, early 30s in the evening, so getting down to that temperature I just wasn't prepared for it. But anyway, I think that's what's given me the virus, so I'll try to do some editing on that video, but I'm going to push that video out, or videos, out the end of this coming week, because my chest has been tight, I'm coughing a lot, so I don't really want to do it. So today it's a long overdue video. It's about this guy here. It's the Monstera White Lava that I have. Now I've tried to sell it as a whole plant because, as you can see, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 leaves, and the 10th one is just about to start happening. I can see it on the petiole here. Yeah, I've got the original mother plant to this, so I don't need to have 2 big plants, which is doing fantastic. I'll put a picture on the screen now so you can see the latest leaf. It's huge, it's got lots of fenestrations, etc., and I'm going to let that one just grow as long as I can. But this one, I'm sad to say, is going to be in for the chop. So let's have a little look at the plant itself. So what I'll do is I will turn it round here, and I'm going to bring my trusty little DJI. So you can see we have absolutely beautiful variegation on this. These leaves. This one is the oldest leaf, so that's why it's looking a little bit kind of worn and tired out. But the new leaf that's just come out is this one. So you can see they start coming out as this brilliant white colour, and then they fade down to this kind of limey, creamy yellow colour. But here you can see like there's a bit of a trio going on here. So the green, the cream, and the minty. This is one of my favourite leaves on it actually, this little one. Going to be cut up now, so I wanted to show you before and after. So I brought down my little toolkit. What we got is a pair of shears to make the stem cut. These are nice and sharp, and what I've done is I put this in hot soapy water, boiling hot water, to sterilise the shears. It's important that you actually have the sharpest tools you can find in the box, so to speak, because you don't want to kind of have a jagged edge on the stem, because then it introduces more chance of getting more disease and bacteria into the stem itself. Then we have this kind of cakey paste, which is like from Japan. This one is what I bought at the plant show from Mama Treehouse. The brand name is Luyon. Well, it could be Chinese actually. If you know exactly, let me know in the comments below, because actually I think it's Chinese, because it looks more Chinese writing than Japanese. So we got that, and that's to put onto the stem after we make a cut, so it keeps like everything kind of fresh and stimulates the root growth. Then I've got my spoon, which I'll just put the cakey paste onto and basically dip the stem into. So as I said, you can see that the new leaf is starting to form here on the stem. So this one will come out and be a mature leaf, because it is a top cutting that I'm going to have this one as. But the mid stem cuttings, they will produce smaller leaves, like young leaves again, because they have to grow out of the grow point. As you can see, we've got a nice bit of stem here, so we can get several cuttings. So I wanted to take, this is a cutting here, because 2 leaves on this top cut, but because there's no aerial root, I'm going to have to go down to the 3rd leaf. So the top cutting is going to be a 3rd leaf cutting. So let's get rid of this straw first of all, support straw. So the first cutting I'm going to make is right in here, in between these 2 nodes. So the nodes are the actual part where you see the leaf has grown out of and you get the aerial roots. So there's one node, there's the other node. So I want to go right in the middle. Oh God, that hurt. So this is cutting number 1. And this one is looking pretty because it's nice and compact actually. The root's in a good place. And what you need to do is, it's very important that you need to let the ends of these, once you've cut them, callus over. So once I make all of my cuttings and dip them in the cakey paste, I'm going to let the ends dry out a little bit. So let's put number 1 here. So the second one we're going to take is right here. And this is my favourite leaf. I might keep this one actually, because see if this grows into something nice. So that's a nice little kind of stem. You can see the actual new as I've cut the end off by mistake on that aerial root, but it doesn't take long to grow again, so don't panic if you injure it. So that's number 2. The 3rd one. Here we are. Now this has got a longer aerial root. So yeah, you can cut that aerial root right back, put it in the propagation, or you can kind of just bend it up a little bit, twist it round. They're quite hardy, these roots, so don't be too scared. There you go, look, bend it all the way round on itself. So that's 3. The next one we have is here. Now this, as you can see, the root is actually, the aerial root's actually gone inside, so this is going to be probably a good one to pot up straight away. So I've got to kind of somehow let that one just hang inside the pot. There we go. And the next one is here. So again, the root is attached itself to the moss, and that looks good. So that's there, and I can possibly make one more here, look. There we go. So as you can see, we've got the original part of the stem from Mama. Then we got the second, the 3rd cut-in, a 4th cut-in, number 5, number 6, and the top cut-in number 7. Which, when that starts giving me another aerial root, I'll probably end up chopping, because I don't want to have a 3-leaf top cut. I'd rather have a 2 and have another stem cutting on that one. Looking pretty sad now, look at it. But can make more babies. Right, so let's just stick you out the way for a minute. Right, the next stage is we got to paste these ends up. So So what I like to do is get a little spoon, stick some on, get the lid on this. I don't want any nasties going inside here. And then with the end that we've just cut, just dip it in and coat it. And what that'll do is that'll start stimulating new growth inside. So there, just make sure you coat it all around. And like I said before, let these dry out for a little bit, because once they go hard, once they callus over, there's less chance that any infections or bacteria will get up into the stem. So I normally leave them for a couple of hours. Here in Thailand it's very hot, so probably an hour. And then what I'll do is I'll get these into the next stage, which is potting up and into the humidity chambers. So with the stem cutting, you can actually do both sides. I like to just do both sides. It doesn't hurt the plant to put extra on. So this is the first time that I've been out in actually 6 days. I wouldn't say it's exactly fresh air. China was very fresh air, but more about that on my China video. So I'm trying to get a nice place to stick these now. Number 3. So the other important factor is when you're making the cuts, you need to be aware of where the growing eyes are. And the growing eye is where the new shoot's going to come from. And the growing eye is normally like an oval shaped part in the stem. And it's there, I just stuck my finger in it. You nerd. Right. And you can see on this one, it's just inside here. I hope the camera's focusing properly. So that's where the new shoot's going to come out and grow up and create the new plant. I'm getting this stuff everywhere. I'm probably going to have to get my hands dirty anyway on this next section, because these plants are, or these cuttings are still stuck inside the pot, and I'm not going to take them out until I get up into the condo. So we'll have a little look. So just coat the tops and the bottoms. Make sure it's all got a nice coating of cakey paste. God, they're all entwined with each other. The concentration level. And how do I feel about cutting up a beautiful plant like this? Well, you know what, as a plant collector, plant seller, you need to kind of get a return on your investments, because plants are an investment, to be honest. So I'll probably get some comments saying, oh, you should have just left it. But like I say, I have the mama plant, the original plant that I bought at the Bangkok plant show last summer, which was a 1-leaf cutting, and the mama plant now has about six big leaves. So I don't need to have too many large white lavas. I want to have
the ability to sell these cuttings and buy another rare Monstera that I'm after, which is the Bulbasaur and the Unio, for my collection. So that's how it works in the plant game. You know, you collect plants. If you in particular collect rare plants, like I do, you want the best. You want the kind of unicorns out there, the ones that no one else can get. But you want to be able to offer cuttings of them in the future to people. So I think that cockerel over there thinks it's morning, but it's not. I think he's got his clocks all mixed up. And don't need to put any cakey on that side because that's the original cutting. But yeah, so that's everything caked up. So now what I need to do is take these cuttings up and let them dry out on the balcony for another hour, and then we'll go on to the next stage, which is I will fish the cuttings out of this pot. Guys, if you want to know what the humidity chambers I have in my condo, they're these. As you can see by the amount of moisture that's inside, they are superb at holding moisture for your young babies. If you're in centrally heated houses where the humidity drops right down. And as you know, I had problems with my Medusa. I nearly lost her, but she's now fighting back. She's given me that new leaf there, and if I go down, you can actually see the roots. Look how they've grown. And even that red spider, all of the aerial roots around the top. So yeah, I can't rate these highly enough, and I will be shipping them to the UK and Europe and possibly USA at a later date. So stay tuned for that video. So alright guys, just a little bit later than originally planned. I got tied up with something, but here are all the cuttings of the white lava we took earlier on. So let's get these all arranged. So the ends of them should have calloused over lovely now, and if we check, we can see that they've gone nice and brown, and yeah. So yeah, they should settle in fine now in their new homes. And actually the next stage we have to do is to let's leave these on here, guys. A minute. I need some space. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take all of the cuttings out of this pot, because we have now 4 cuttings in here, and we need to kind of like put them in their own pot. So let's try. This is a tough. Ooh. Oh my god. Why is it? It shouldn't be this difficult to take these out, because there's no roots at the bottom coming through the little holes. Maybe it's just compacted. It's just starting to budge now a little. Wow. Let me just spin this over. So all of the roots have actually bonded themselves together. So you can see this little one here is that nice little white root on the end. And we just got to pick off all of this moss. The trouble is when you root these plants in moss, the moss sticks to them. I mean, just check out this root ball. I mean, they're going to go back into moss, these 4 cuttings, because I think I don't want to kind of disturb the media too much on them, and it's just whether I can get these little 4 cuttings separated or not. I hope I can now after I made the cut. I have to kind of gently tease each one apart. Now I know most of the roots will be from the original cutting, so oh my god, these roots are tightly bound. Oh my god, I hope I didn't make a faux pas. Faux pas, faux pas. I'm trying to be as gentle as I can because I can see lots of new white roots inside. And I don't want to break these little delicate roots because these will be great. These can just go straight in and carry on growing. And they're ready pretty much straight away. But I'm not going to have much room to play with. I mean, if you break a few of the roots, it's not the end of the world, but you're better just to kind of take your time with this. 3 days, I think it will take me to remove all this moss. Right, let me get all of this out of the way. I only want to loosely unpack it because I don't really want to kind of start pulling it all apart. And I really do need to kind of separate them if I'm going to sell them. But I do fear the worst for this, that I'm going to have to just be harsh and make a few cuttings and sacrifice some of the rooting. But if I do, it looks like they've got plenty of good roots anyway, so but I knew this was growing well in this self-watering pot. Because it was drinking loads. Right, I tell you what I think I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to, because it is going to take a while, I'm going to cut the video now, and then once I get them separated I will show you how I managed to untangle it, and whether I had to make some cuts to some of the roots, which I honestly believe I'm gonna do, because I think everything's just like a big woolen ball. Right guys, I'm back. So what we got? Right, I've got my pots ready and we're going to pot up now. And I've got my moss already done, so it's just a matter of putting that back into moss. All of these cuttings, got like these little baby ones, cuties. But let's pot up the big ones first. Right, which one's got the smallest amount of roots? Don't you dare. So that one's got the the thinnest amount, so they can be just swelled up in the bottom. Right, let's wring out a lot of this moss. So what I want to do is pop it in here lightly. I don't want to over pack it because I want the roots to get breathe. I want the roots to be able to breathe now as well. So that's just enough for now. So let's get number one. Where's number one? Which one was number one? Yeah, you can go in. You can go in there, my friend. I haven't really planned this well. It's a bit of a rush now because I wanted to do this by early afternoon, and then you got on to this, and then I'll stake this on one. Got this really cool. They're really kind of dense straws, so they work perfect. And try not to tie it too tight. There we go. Just loosen up that moss. Let's go with this one. Another one. I'll stake these up properly later once I've finished making a mess everywhere. We're back. So we've got 3 main lavas planted up with the ones that I took out of that little water pot, and now it's time to plant up the top cut and the other parts. So I need to get my little packet of bowls, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top cut in this. I think that will work quite nicely in there. I'll pack it a little bit tight at the bottom, and then try and bend that root round a little bit, and then start filling up. That actually looks quite cute now, that part in there. Wouldn't you agree, viewers? Right, and then we've got the smaller one. My favourite leaf, as I say, and the 2 little green ears on it, so I don't need a big pot for that. I think I will just put it in. Yeah, this one I'll do. This one's quite a good size actually. Like I say, pack the bottom. And the new kind of aerial root is shooting on this one anyway, so it's not going to be long before that's going to kick out some really nice big juicy roots. So what is your favourite Monstera? Let me know. Because there's so many different types on the market now, it's hard to keep up with them, especially when you go to the Bangkok plant show all the time. I've seen many here, and some look pretty similar, some have the same name if you like, but just different variations of it. And I expect to see maybe in about 4 to 6 weeks some nice new growth on these, and what I'll do is I'll keep you updated throughout the growing period, because I am looking to take them back to the Bangkok plant show in June and try and sell them. I mean, if you want to reach out, the guys, you know, like I'm getting silly offers these are not your regular Monstera. These are not your Thai constellation. These are not your you know, your Albos or your Aureas. These are like still quite rare plants. And the thing is, actually, let's just try it. I can always take it out and try again in the future. Yeah, as I was saying, they're not your regular Monstera, so you know, you have to understand that I paid a fortune for them, or for the one leaf, and I've spent a lot of time and effort growing them. And an important thing to say is that people have said, oh, I'll wait till it comes into tissue culture and then I'll buy one then. But no one's had success with TC on these because of the unique variegation. You know, they're reverted. A lot of them are reverted that come out of TC, and you might have one leaf that looks okay, but after 3 or 4 it's just like a normal Monstera. So, you know, realise that they are quite an important and beautiful specimen. But I will be prepared to sell and ship all over the world. I can arrange 5 sanitary certificates, and I can arrange the courier service themselves. So let me know. But that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lavas from that one. And if I wanted to be brutal, I could cut mama up as well and get another 5, but I don't want to. I'm going to let that one grow because I've wanted one of these for a long time, and it'll be stupid and greedy for me to do that. So from me and the children, I'll stake these up properly once I'm off air. But yeah, from me and the children, take care, thanks for watching, and please join me because the next videos that come out should be from the China Plant Show. So thanks again, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, it's free. Hit that like button, the notification bell, and also leave your comments below about what Monstera you love the most. And let me know if you need some plants. I can ship them here from Thailand. Okay, till the next one, see you. Bye bye.